Hello, my friends. I am at home alone this evening and I'm doing some work, some thought work for myself about school, or around my life coach school program that I'm in right now, my master's program in life coaching, and also doing some thought work around my business. And I was thinking about a concept that was talked about in a couple different groups I'm in this week, about people pleasing. And it wasn't like that specific. It wasn't like, I'm a people pleaser, please help me. But it was about a situation or a circumstance that when you read what was going on, I guess not everyone knew this, but I knew immediately this is definitely something that we as people pleasers do on a regular basis. And I'm a recovering people pleaser, so I'm definitely aware of when it's happening and tend not to people please nearly as much as I used to, for sure. I've gotten a lot better at knowing what I want to do with my time and my energy, and I really don't care what other people think about it at this point. But I want to just tell you a few things about people pleasing. First of all, a lot of times the reason why we feel so compelled to say yes to things that we don't want to say yes to, and that's what I'm going to make this more about. There are other ways to people please, but let's just say when people ask you to do things and you don't want to do it, yet you do it anyway. So the reason why we generally do this type of behavior is because at some point we had probably asked someone to do something for us and they said no. And we judged the shit out of them for it. We probably thought they were being rude, or that they didn't have a good enough reason or excuse, or that they must not be a good person, or whatever judgy thoughts came up in that moment when someone had told you no when you needed a favor, or you asked them to do something and they said no, you judged them. So you've taken that judgment now. So when you are faced with someone asking you a favor, asking you to do something, and you want to say no because you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, or you just flat out don't want to do it, because it's okay to not want to do things, you feel so compelled to say yes for fear that they're going to judge you exactly how you judged other people in the same situation. And that is the honest truth, my friends. Oh no, my phone says low battery. Okay, so I'll speed this up. So I want you to really consider that first. Anytime we have judgments of people, it's usually because we've judged other people that way and we're fearful of what people are going to think about us. People pleasers definitely care a lot about what people think about us. The other thing I want to tell you, if you are a people pleaser and you're continuing to have that people pleasing behavior by saying, the one thing we're talking about today is by saying yes to things you don't want to do, is that you, my friend, are a liar. I'm guessing you don't want to be a liar, but you are, because you're saying, yeah, I'll do that. That sounds great. And you're lying through your teeth. People pleasers are liars. We don't come forward with our authenticity and our honesty about what we want and don't want to do. I don't care how guilty you feel. I don't care about that, and you shouldn't either, because I want you to know you're a liar. Don't tell people yes if that's not what you want to do. If you feel obligated by any means when you say yes, you're lying. So really check yourself before you say yes. Now, a lot of when we do people pleasing, then I usually follow with talking about boundaries. And I'm not going to do that tonight, but boundaries will be helpful. And I'll probably do another live on that eventually. But I want you to also think about this. All adults get to act the way they want to act, okay? We all have expectations of what we believe other people should do. People are not going to follow your idea of what they should do most of the time. We all think everyone should do this certain thing, or else what? They're a bad person, or they're a bad parent, or their kids are going to end up screwed up, or their business isn't going to run very well, or no one's ever going to be their friend, or that person's never going to be successful. We all have those types of manuals about other people. Guess what? Other people have the same manuals about us. But that's okay. We can all do what we want to do. So I want you to understand that when people say no, or when you say no, it's fine. you are not a bad person. You are making it mean something about yourself, again, because of probably the way you judged people before. Now, some people are going to throw their sob story at you, and you might have been this person. I know I was at some point, I'm sure of it. A sob story of, well, so the example was around, like, I don't know if this is the real story, but an example that was given was this: they wanted her to become like the leader of the Girl Scout troop or whatever. And she couldn't say no. I don't know if she said yes, but she didn't want to say no because the person who's currently doing it, and this person who doesn't want to say yes, has a lot going on too, as we all do, right? And apparently the person that asked her had given her sob story about all the things, or maybe she didn't give it, but this was known that she had like a job, I don't know, like all the things. She had all the same busyness as everybody else. And she made that known in a way to manipulate this other person who didn't want to say yes. Now that is definitely a time where you need to take pause and be like, okay, she is trying to make me feel, actually you can only feel it, but she's saying things that's triggering me to feel guilty by trying to compare like how busy her life is. That is not my problem. That is not something that I need to take on. Her life is not my responsibility. My life is my responsibility. My life and all my kids and all the things I have going on are my responsibility, not her sob story. So do yourself a favor, and you can be compassionate and empathetic, but if you are like reeled in because of the sob story, you're just being manipulated. I'm not saying that person's thinking that she's manipulating you, because most of us don't know we're doing it because we don't know our minds well enough yet. That's what I help you learn, so you can know what your mind's doing when it's happening. But it is just manipulation. So I want you guys to take that information. I am recovering people pleaser as well, so I know this is hard, and it's like, say no, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna die, I promise, by saying no. Unless someone asks you like something like, can I kill you? And you say, yes, please do. You know, you're not gonna die, okay? You can say yes or no. It doesn't matter to me, but just make sure you understand why you're saying yes, and would you rather say no? It's going to be fine. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, please comment, you guys. If you comment, I will come back and coach you. Take advantage of that. If you want to coach one-on-one with me, we get a lot more of that, and I have a few slots open right now. So if you want to do a consult and get on the phone with me, just let me know. Let's set it up. Let's do this so that you can see your own mind and maybe no longer be a people pleaser. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, my friends, have a great Saturday evening. I'm going to get back to work, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.